would you rather have the power go out during a surgery or have a clumsy surgical tech always dropping things?
All right, so I do have a question. So with the is there a generator, or is it like it's just completely dark?
That's
do we
my question.
have candles or lamps or something?
Also, like, is this like a machine surgery, or like is this purely human? Like what?
It's yeah. No, good questions. Yeah, it's not a robotic it's a purely human surgery. And let's say you don't have a generator.
Okay. See, I could argue both for you.
I don't even know.
Maybe I'll argue it so well that I'll change your answer.
I think you'll do it again. I think it's like, oh, this girl's great. We need to.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say you would pick the clumsy tech because you are confident harmonizing. So I feel like you'd probably be pretty good at, you know, giving them a nice calming pep talk. It's like, it's all right, you can do this, you know, make them maybe a little bit less clumsy and help them out to be a little more helpful.
I was gonna say actually that I would rather prefer if the power went out for some reason, because we did ICCM recently and they were telling us about sterile like surgical equipment, and I feel like it would just be such a pain to keep like refreshing and like getting new stuff. But yeah, I feel like if the power went out, I would just be like, okay guys, let's all
Okay. Yeah.
And I think that's what I would pick. And for Vanessa, I actually thought she would prefer the same as me. Like, you'd rather prefer if am I doing it right? Yeah, if the power went out to the clumsy surgical tech.
Mm-hmm. So I thought about it, but I was like, because it depends on how under the patient is, right? Because you have all these things that are keeping them, you know, anesthetized and measuring and making sure everyone's still alive and blah blah blah. And like if the power goes out, I'm like, that's the important part. Like if I have to wait for stuff to be sterilized, I'll jimmy rig something with whatever I have available and, you know, make do. Maybe have, you know, extra sets of things, which will be a pain, but I would much rather for the patient's safety have the electricity still on. Because I mean, there are things you can do, like if it's a fast procedure where, you know, you're in and out really quickly, where, you know, if the electricity goes out, it might not be that terrible. But for, you know, anesthesia's sake and however complicated the surgery is, like I would much rather have all the tools at my disposal and, you know, like wait for something else that I can use in the same way as whatever the tech ended up dropping. Just, you know, maybe less easy, but, you know, I figured we can make something work that hasn't been dropped.